Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to this video training. Three things your social media posts must have to attract ideal clients. Welcome, I'm Kat Millar from Amplify Your Influence, and there are so many reasons why your posts aren't attracting clients. But what I've discovered over the last 5 years working as a business coach, helping people to create compelling content, is that it really boils down to only three main things, and everything else fits under these categories. So I'm going to unpack what it is, the main reasons that your post might not be actually generating clients for you, or even leads, getting people booking into your discovery calls, your strategy sessions, and enabling you to have a steady stream, like a pipeline of leads that you can convert into paying clients. So welcome. Um, Before I go into the reasons, uh, the social media post that I'm talking about is when you write captions. So you have an image, you put a caption to it, whether that goes on your personal profile on Facebook or your Facebook group. If you don't have a group, I highly recommend a group if you're wanting to have a gathering ground for your ideal clients where you can nurture them and provide value and get to know people, and them to get to know you and build that trust up. Also your Instagram posts, so when you put a post up but you put a caption with it. This can also be used in emails. So the principles apply where you're showing up and delivering some content. I'm going to be mainly talking about written content, but you can also use these principles on video as well. And video is a great way to build trust, to build that know, like, trust factor that's so important when it comes to attracting your ideal clients. So if you want to grow your business to that 10K month or more consistently figure, meaning you want to get to 6 figures and have that freedom where you don't have to work in a job anymore, you want to be able to have a system that keeps attracting clients for you. This is a piece of what I do as a coach, as a business coach. I help people to create compelling content. Compelling content is content that not only grabs attention, what I call gains attention, but maintains attention. So we need to obviously grab people fast on social media, get their attention, and be able to hook them in, but also keep their attention in order for them to keep reading your piece of content, or listening or watching your piece of content. So three main reasons that your post might not be leading to clients. Number one is if there's not enough credibility. And I see this all the time where people are posting some tips or some how-to content, so maybe teaching something, but they're not coming from a place of their own credibility and experience in terms of giving exact examples, maybe case studies, testimonials, examples from their own life. They're talking more in terms of giving information. And people can Google information, right? So we want to be careful in our posts that we are not just giving tips. We're not just giving how-to information that someone could just Google and find out for themselves. We are actually shifting that person when they consume the content. So the first thing is not enough credibility. The second thing is no mindset shift. So people are actually consuming your content but not actually having a shift in their beliefs. So they're just kind of learning something as opposed to having an aha moment. And I was working with my group tonight, my mastermind private group, and we were talking about what are the beliefs that your clients currently have, or your followers, your prospects, if you want to call it that, and what are the beliefs that you want them to actually have. Thank you, Trish. Oh, that's so kind of you. I so appreciate that. So not having that mindset shift through the content is another problem that people have in their posts, and that's why people don't take any action on their posts, because they haven't had that kind of, oh, I never knew that. That even if it's just a tiny little epiphany moment, but it's a revelation, a shift in their thinking. So the first one, not enough credibility. The second one, no mindset shift. And the third problem, or the third reason why social media posts don't lead to actually attracting clients, is they're too vague. They're too big picture, they're too fluffy, or even too overwhelming. There's too many ideas going on, as opposed to clear problem, clear solution. This is what I help people to achieve. This is how I close the gap from where someone is to where they want to be. Too vague, too fluffy, too, for example, someone might say, oh, are you feeling stuck in life? The problem with that is that that's not typically the conversation someone's having in their own mind. The conversation people are having in their own mind is usually very specific. It's quite detailed. If you think about conversations that people have, let's say at a bus stop, or at in a checkout line at Harris Farm, and you get chatting to someone, you don't normally say things like, oh, I just feel really like I'm not fulfilling my potential in life, or I'm just feeling really stuck. People don't typically use that kind of language. They use more specifics. Oh, hey, my daughter is misbehaving and she's constantly throwing her toys out of the cot. Or they might say something like, oh, I just really want to be able to fit my dress for this party coming up. Like, people are concerned about specifics. And so in order to overcome these three things, I'm going to share with you exactly how to do it. 3 things that your social media posts must have so that it becomes a must read or a must watch, not a nice to read. Oh, that's quite nice. It's kind of interesting. But we want your content to be, I must read it. I must keep reading. I must keep watching. And this is what I call compelling content. What makes your content compelling? So if you're making notes, write this down. If you're not, grab a pen and notebook. The first one is, number 1, authority positioning. Authority positioning. This builds trust and credibility. So how are you positioning yourself in your posts? If you don't position yourself as an authority on what you're sharing about, people won't value it. You must position yourself as the authority. A lot of people resist this. A lot of people don't want to position themselves as the expert, as the authority, because they have fear around showing up as that expert. And one of the biggest problems people have when it comes to positioning is that they are not confident in making bold statements, asking bold questions, being boldly niched, what I call boldly niched. Because when you niche down and you actually choose what I call a micro niche rather than a big picture niche, oh, I help people lose weight, so vague. Or I help people improve their relationships, very vague. I help people, like life coaches are notorious for this. I can help people in every area, finances, mindset, emotions, health, their body, everything, because I go to the root cause, which improves every area of life. But the truth is, everything that all of us does have a knock-on effect to every area of life. For me as a business coach, a lot of my work is mindset work, and a lot of that improves someone's health, and it does improve someone's relationship, and it does improve someone's personal development. And so we've got to tighten it up and be bold and choose a micro niche. Choose a very clear problem, a very clear niche that is not too big picture. That's the number one thing that people get wrong, and it's why their content is not converting. Hello, Catherine. Great to have you here. Yeah, give me some loves and likes if you're here, if you're watching. I can't actually see you for some reason. My video is not showing me that, but always appreciate your engagement. So a lot of this stems from imposter syndrome, not feeling good enough. It's a massive mindset issue that will actually take you out in business if you don't sort this out, if you don't get over that fear of wanting to show up with authority positioning. And it doesn't actually take long to fix this problem. I've helped people clear this in one session, as little as one session. Obviously there's layers to it, and sometimes we go to the root cause and we clear that belief, and it does pop up next time they go to the next level. So for example, they might be going from a startup to 5K, and their mindset is allowing them to grow, but then they might hit a bit of a ceiling, and we've got to go back to that belief to go to the next level. Or it might be going from 10K per month to 20K per month, and they're hitting that glass ceiling, that imposter syndrome ceiling, and not wanting to step up to the next level in their authority positioning, which is often that really bold niche of a clear outcome. For example, I'll help you lose 10 kilos. I'll help you make $10,000 a month. I'll help you, what else is something specific? I'll help you find a soulmate. Now remember, none of us can guarantee it, right? The person has to do the work. The person has to be committed. So it's not a case of like, oh, I can only choose something that I know they're definitely going to be able to achieve. If you have achieved it, or you've helped someone achieve it, you can be confident in your authority positioning. There's no magic rule that says you have to help 100 people achieve it, or you have to achieve, help 80% or more of your clients achieve it. There's none of that exists. As long as you know how to articulate how to help someone get it, then you want to show up with that authority. The definition of authority in the Merriam-Webster dictionary is the confident quality of someone who knows a lot about something or who is respected by other people. So if you're ever feeling like that word authority, it doesn't quite sit with you, just think of, I really like that definition, because the confident quality of someone who knows a lot about something, you know a lot about something, you have studied, you've researched, you've got experience about something, and you're probably respected by other people. That's what authority, the definition, one of the definitions of authority is. So the way you want to show your authority positioning is by giving evidence, talking about, and it doesn't have, you don't have to do proof as in testimonials, for example, but you might talk about how much experience you've got. You give evidence of the fact that you know what you're talking about. You educate people very specifically. That's how you position yourself as the authority. And so your social media post has to have some element of authority positioning in it in order to attract clients, in order for that post to pre-sell them. It might not be that they read that post and contact you and become a client, but a series of posts, a content strategy, when it's done correctly, will position you as the authority. But every post has to have some form of authority positioning in it. All right, number 2, if you're taking notes, number 2, belief shifting language. Belief shifting language is where we're super clear on the belief that our ideal client has, so a belief that's not serving them, and the belief we want them to have, so a belief that will serve them, a belief that is going to improve the quality of their life, that's going to make their life better because they believe it. So we're not trying to shift them to something that's not going to serve them, right? This is based on the premise that you have something that's going to improve their life, that is going to be valuable to the right person. So you want to work out, what beliefs does my ideal client have currently, and then what do I want them to believe? You can just do this on a piece of paper. And then we craft our content in a way that bridges that gap. And so one post shifts one belief. We don't want to try and shift all of their beliefs in one post. Think of content as a strategy, not as one thing. It's multiple posts. People read. I mean, I've signed up 4 clients this week, and the one that I signed up today, she contacted me off my latest post that I put on my personal profile, but she's been looking at other posts. Like, she's been liking posts for a while. She's been in my community, like in my Facebook group, for a while. So it's a series of posts, and this is the mindset that we want to have. It's not about selling on one post. It's about pre-selling people, and shifting their beliefs potentially over time, so that they, when they're ready and when they've had that kind of aha moment, like we've planted seeds, we've planted multiple seeds, we've pre-sold people, we've explained why they need what we offer. When they're ready, they will reach out. And then the third thing that your post needs to have is a clear problem, cause, and solution. Clear problem, cause, and solution. And this is the number one thing that I correct people on. in my program, because if you don't have a clear problem that people have and are thinking about, that they're top of mind, it's the conversation happening in their head, and you don't clearly define the problem, the cause, what's actually causing that problem. So don't just go on about the problem and then say, DM me to find out how to solve it. Actually tell them the cause of that problem, what's causing them to have that problem, tell them the solution without, everything they need to do. Like, obviously they can't just read your post and solve their problem, but this is what you need. This is a thing that you need. You need a framework, you need a process, you need a roadmap, the thing that you provide. So ultimately what we're doing here is we're creating a post or multiple posts, a post strategy where the post outlines a specific clear problem that someone has. So you write it directly to a person who has an outcome that they want that you can provide, right? And your post should explain the connection between the outcome that they want and then the problem that you solve and how you actually solve it. So it connects the two. So you explain what it includes, who it's for. So always call out a group of people. If you go through like some of the posts on my Instagram and on my Facebook, you'll see that I do this. I explain who the event's for. For example, let's say I'm offering an event. I'm explaining who it's for: coaches, consultants, service-based entrepreneurs. It's for a specific result. For example, for me, helping people build a pipeline of ideal clients so that they can scale their business to 10K plus months or more. So that's the specific offer. And then you invite people to reach out. And the reason we invite people to reach out, hi Sina, great to have you here. The reason we invite people to reach out rather than posting an external link is because Facebook doesn't see that. Facebook doesn't show that. So when you put an external link, it might show it to maybe, 1% of your followers, but obviously Facebook doesn't want people to jump off Facebook and go to your landing page or whatever it is that you're offering, right? So that's why we invite them to reach out to us instead. So I will say something like, if you want to hear more or you'd like your invitation, DM me, direct message me, and that way you're not sending people away and no one's seeing your post. Hey Michelle, you are welcome. That's really great to hear. Thanks Trish. You can use these in your blogs, absolutely. Anywhere you show up to do content. Explain what your offer is so it's really clear. Don't be vague and say contact me to know more. Put as much information as you can and explain who it's for. It's almost like a pre-qualifying process so that it's not for everybody. It's for this type of person, this problem, this solution. And then the cool thing is, you can get them a transformation because you're not promising them the world. You're saying, I can help you with this specific thing. This is a game changer, you guys. Like, this can get you clients really fast, organically. Like, you don't need to have Facebook ads running. I wouldn't recommend that unless you're at a certain level and you know what you're doing. You've already done some market research. You've already got some clients. You have already honed your message, because it's really important that you're clear on your message. You're clear on, excuse me, the right language that's going to call in your ideal clients. You don't have to do, cold outreach to people who you don't know. You get really good at crafting great content. And the reason that I consistently sign up clients is because I apply these principles of compelling content that I teach in my program. And so this system is what I personally use to get clients consistently, and what I use to get to 6 figures per year in my business. I typically get at least 3 discovery calls booked into my calendar every week by applying these principles. And a lot of people have been asking me about it. And so I'm actually creating a 30-day compelling content mastermind, where I'll be taking a small group of people through a process to create the right language to call in ideal quality clients. And I'll be covering how to craft your content in a way that the right people see what it's what it's all about and what's in it for them. So people need a lot of help in this area. It's one thing to learn the principles, but another to actually apply them in your business. So I'll also cover how to write content, posts that attract and convert people without needing ads, and showing you actually what to do right from the start to the finish, from making sure that your offer is correct and the way you're languaging, your message is correct, all the way through to making offers through your content. So these sessions are for people who are already in business, people who already have had clients, and for people who are already pretty settled on a particular niche, because that's when we can just take it and run with it. And I mean, if you need help just refining it and tweaking it, I can help you with that. But it's mainly how to craft your words in a way that pulls in the right people that you can help. So if you're interested, just send me a direct message. We'll have a chat over Messenger just to see if you're a good candidate for the mastermind to get results, and I'll share with you what it's all about. And it will be a very exclusive small group so that everyone gets personal coaching with me on their content in order to attract their right clients. So just drop me a DM if you'd like help getting new clients fast. This is going to happen really fast for you when you get it right, and we'll just have a quick chat to see if it's a fit for you. If you've got any questions about what I covered tonight, I'm just going to recap it. So the three things your social media posts must have in order to attract clients. Number one is authority positioning. Number two is belief shifting language. And number three is a clear problem, cause, and solution. If you've got any questions at all on how to actually apply it, because it's one thing to know it intellectually, another thing to actually apply it in your business, please post a question in the comment, and I will reply personally to every comment. I'm here to help you. Thank you for all the love, everybody that's joined. And yeah, just drop me a like or a love or a hashtag replay if you're watching the replay, and pop your questions in the comments. If you want some feedback on an idea that you have for some content, or a clear way to come up with your problem, your cause, and your solution, for example, or how to add that authority positioning, pop it in the comments and just reach out and ask. I'm happy to help. Until next time, thank you for being here. Much love to you all. Take care and keep shining. You're brilliant. Bye for now.